that's me. It's my turn to talk. Hello, and welcome
Yay!
to this, another episode of Wasting All the Time Level 3. My name is Dave, and I will be your host. Joining me for this expedition into the wonderful wilds of wacky improv comedy are my three cohorts, John.
Hi, I'm John.
Jess.
That's me. I'm a Jess.
And Cody.
I've been here the whole time.
Don't you
Catchphrase.
Sam Reich us.
I Sam Right, everyone.
We are each of us going to bring something to the others in our own individualized segments, and those things will become fodder for improv, whether it be a premise, a short form game, or just some shenanigans. Cody's a fan of making us do memory stuff, which I'm really good at always, every time.
Unequivocally.
This week, we're kicking things off with a little bit of a monologue from Jess. So let's all settle in and listen as she brings us Style It. Style It. Here we go. Art. What you want to know? Jess is gonna shape our minds like Play-Doh. A to the R to the final T. Art's been around since the dawn of humanity. Marble, oils, whatever the medium. Jess is gonna shout it from on top the proscenium. Grab your notebook and make a note. Cause Jess is the best. Jess is the GOAT. Style it.
Yo, okay, so what I want to talk to you about right now is the Hudson School of Landscaping. Yo, okay. It's the Hudson River School. It was an art movement that took place in the 1870s. And the reason I really want to talk to y'all about this is because it's a really interesting time in landscape painting art, because it literally wasn't really even a freaking movement. It was just a group of dudes that are we want to paint landscapes again, because that's what America was founded on, was landscape painting, basically. And the cool part about all of that is, I don't know if you know, but the cool part of that is that it means that anybody can make up a frickin' art movement whenever they feel like it. You just gotta get a couple of your friends together, and then y'all gotta do something similar, and then you just gotta slap a name on it, and then Joe's your long lost cousin that showed up one day with a 6-pack and a bouquet of flowers to say, I'm so sorry for your loss that happened 24 years ago. And when you're like, what loss are you talking about? The loss of your right shoe. And then you go, how do you know I lost my right shoe? And then they're all like, because I'm the one that stole it. And that's basically what the Hudson River School it's all about. But for real though, if you look up any of the work, you're gonna see some really, really good, strong landscapes, and they're going to evoke an ethereal feeling for you. But just remember that was based off of a bunch of guys that were just bored and wanted to feel cool.
I'm never gonna know, am I? I'm never gonna know what happened to my damn shoe.
I mean, never say never. Someday you might find it.
I appreciate you, the consolation, but I mean, that's exactly the message I've been trying to tell myself for the past 20 years, and I'm never gonna know.
That's why we're here. That's why you gather us here every Tuesday. Look for your shoe.
Yeah.
For 2 decades, we've been looking for that thing.
I know, and
every Tuesday.
That's why I'm here. I gotta tell you that Tuesday Shoes Day is coming to an end. Because I'm not gonna find it. I'm never gonna know.
Oh, you're giving up. Oh, thought you had found it. That'd have been awful. Yeah, no, just giving up. Fantastic. Okay.
I was trying to be cool before, stick with it.
Yeah, no, determination. I understand that. I don't know. Maybe we could keep looking for shoes on Tuesday. Maybe not your shoes. We give you the Tuesday group. Tuesday gumshoes. See, it's in the name twice. It'll be like a movement. It'll be a whole thing.
If I can't find my own shoe, what makes you think that I'm going to be able to find anybody else's?
Oh, sweetie.
Oh,
Oh, are you and your little friends waiting for your other shoe to drop?
yeah, Ma. We're
Oh,
still
well,
waiting.
Hi, Mrs. Kroplotsky.
Oh, if it isn't my favorite little rugby player.
It's your favorite? There are a lot of really good ones.
Hey, MVP is MVP.
MVP 2011.
Right, I got that tattoo for a reason.
Well, I just wanted to drop off some cookies and
Thanks, Ma.
some juice. And I found the shoelace. Okay, goodbye.
Where'd you find the shoelace?
Man, she's the best.
I recognize that shoelace anywhere. That was the shoelace that was on my shoe.
Dude,
Purple with yellow stripes.
these are snickerdoodles. I fucking love snickerdoodles.
What?
Come on, man, focus up.
Yeah, sorry. Hold on. Just. All right, okay, I'm good. All right. Something about his shoelace.
This right here.
Whoa.
It's smaller than I remember it. This is the shoelace that was on my missing shoe. Look, here's the other shoe. Matches perfectly. Tuesdays is back, baby. I'm never giving up. This is a thing. This is a thing that we started, and it is going to last.
Technically,
Proud of
you
you.
started it.
Yeah.
Huh?
We didn't. You started it.
Yeah.
We just.
I mean, like, we're here. We're along for the ride, but he's right.
Signed on.
Yeah. You're like the president, and we're like the.
I wouldn't consider myself
Cabinet?
a founding member now.
No, yeah. Cabinet? Or like heads of state, maybe?
We just had the biggest breakthrough in 2 decades.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, I'm juiced. Just can credit where it's due and all that. I don't want this thing to come to fruition and have anybody say that I was like trying to steal spotlight credit or a coattail ride or.
Seriously.
Why are you worried about that?
I don't know,
It's
just
Tuesdays.
What are the history books gonna say?
We're fault. They're going to say, the history books are going to say that on the biggest breakthrough in all of Tuesday's history, up to that point, fingers crossed, that we almost fell apart.
Oh. Okay.
We almost.
I'm just saying, history has its eyes on us.
Yeah. And we can't let this all get untied now.
Should we get a tattoo to commemorate this?
Probably.
I was really hoping to wait till we got the shoe.
Yeah.
But we did get part of the shoe, so we could. Let's get half tattoos.
Yeah. Just like the second half or like the last third of the word shoe. And then we're good.
Sure, however you want to break it up.
The
Ding.
middle. The middle half of the word shoe was what we were looking for.
This is the last 3 letters, the word shoe.
It's funny because it spells hoe.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, hoe.
Oh.
Like
That's
the
what I
gardening
get.
implement.
Exactly. Because then people will think we're gardeners and we're not, and it's a funny case of mistaken identity and nothing else.
Oh my word. Oh,
Well, thank you, Jess.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was great.
Let's move it right along.
Yes.
Well, hey, so I have brought a game that is I would call still sort of in development. I'm calling
Hell
it
yeah, alpha.
Famous Last Words.
Okay.
Oh, this has taken inspiration from a couple things I've seen on that topic on their interwebs. And I was thinking we could try our own little spin on it. Basically, what we're going to do is one of us is going to suggest a line, something maybe out of pop culture or something like that. And then we're going to play a short scene, and that line is going to be one character's famous last words before keeling over dead.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And it could be any of them?
It can be anybody. Whoever can
Uh-huh.
kind of work it in first.
Okay.
So it's a race.
Could be.
Yes. Everybody knows the fastest person in improv scene is the funniest by default.
Mm-hmm.
Bodes well for me.
In and out.
Yeah, because 5 seconds, right?
Yeah. Hey, excuse me. That's the 5-second stallion.
It's an eternity.
It's eternity. That's what all my partners say anyway.
Oh, no.
Boom, double self-burn.
So, does anyone have a line they'd like to throw into the ring? I've got a
They
list
come
here.
a dime a dozen.
They come a dime a dozen. Okay.
Arthur, those pizzas ready to go? Come on. We got deliveries to make.
Yeah, just about. I'm just loading the last ones on the truck.
Come on. We'll keep it moving. We're gonna, it's we get your pizza to you in some time period or less, or they cost less money. Just,
Yeah, I
always
feel
thought
like
was
we could be
fake.
less vague with that offer.
We don't want to get in trouble. How many times you say 30 minutes and it's free, and they get there in like 30 minutes and 15 seconds, and boom, it's coming right out of the bottom line. But now, ain't nobody can tell us we weren't there in some amount of time.
Yeah, as the in-house lawyer of this pizza joint, I gotta say that if we leave it vague, then I can argue. If we're specific, then they can really hold us down.
Mhm. Yeah. See?
I'm
Tony
not
Fontone knows
shady.
what he's talking about. He's not
Yeah,
shady at all.
I just feel like his retainer is probably more expensive than what we would lose on an actual guarantee.
Are you willing to risk it?
Pizza's cutthroat business, Tony. Yeah, Tony. That was me. That was your
Yeah,
name.
you're not gonna find a lawyer anywhere.
What do you think they are? A dime a dozen? Right?
Oh no, the pizzas are falling.
Oh, he fell off the loading dock. Goddamn. This screams liability. I'm out of here.
Ding ding. Okay, that's a thing that happened.
Nope. That was on me. I misunderstood. I thought that was the line that capped the scene, not that character died after they said that line.
Oh, yeah.
That's why. Okay, no, that was 100%. That was on me.
No worries.
But it's like, what are you guys still going? Oh, I fell off the dock. What are you talking? Oh, character's famous last words, not like 90s sitcom last words. Okay. Makes a lot more sense now.
There we go.
All right. Thank you, John.
Sure. Do we want to try another, or do we think that's good?
Yeah. No, let's hold on. All right. I got this now. I understand the game.
How about no one could have predicted it?
Okay. Well, like no one could have predicted it. It was good.
Wow. It's hard to imagine, but we had a successful field trip. Got all the kids back safe and sound. It seemed like they had a really good time. Just want to thank all the chaperones for volunteering your time.
Excuse me. I would just like to comment that I think that some of us chaperones did a bit more work than the other chaperones did.
Okay. if you're referring to the food court incident, I think we all understand, but I don't want to cut you off. Speak your mind.
I am exactly speaking of the food court incident, and I would like to furthermore go on to state that if anybody has found the second half of my jacket, I know a very good tailor. I know a very good tailor, and I just want to have my jacket whole again. And I don't think that it was appropriate for chaperones to be encouraging the children to start incorporating utensils into the food court incident in the manner that they did.
Well, we are trying to encourage creative play. And you have to admit it was creative.
I mean, they managed to create a giant Connects Gundam in the food court. So I guess, yes, that is very creative. However, it was also very terrifying.
Would we call that a Gundam, or was it more of a mech?
So I felt that the adornments around the helmet really is what set it apart from just being a normal mech to a Gundam. Because they had the visor and the wings.
The wings.
And then, there were the wings that they used the forks for. And then, they had a couple of the kids, they just seemed to be in the appropriate uniforms, as it were. Couple of them at least had the right type of hairstyle that went over half of their face, but you could still see the eye somehow. That's why I think it was a Gundam, not necessarily. They weren't making a Zoid.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And they did kill that monster thing that came by.
They did. They did. And none of them had an emotional breakdown. So there was no Shinjis, Reis, or Asukas in this group here.
So they did save the town, and we can all understand why you are upset about your jacket. It is a very fine jacket.
It's the nicest jacket I've ever owned.
Yeah. But it wasn't the only collateral damage, was it?
You're right.
Sorry to say, I mean, your jacket is much nicer than all the letters on the Sbarro sign.
They are. Or Susan. And Susan's leg is probably more important than my jacket. But I would like to state that my jacket's still repairable as long as we can find the other half.
Well, look, over there. It's the parents that got us into this mess. Right. What are we going to do about it? We've got our Connects mecha. You know what we need to do.
They're back. No one could have predicted this.
Oh no, not again. Not again.
Ding. Oh, jeez.
Well done.
I love anime tropes. What can I say?
They're great.
Nice.
Alrighty. Well, with that improv experimentation concluded, I think we learned a lot there. Let's move it on to the next segment.
Cody. Good one, John. I like that game.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Shockingly enough, I too have brought a game that deals with random lines of dialogue. I believe Dave coined the name for this game back in the day when we were doing this in person, called Doing Lines. And as we are doing this on a Discord type interactive digital service, I have messaged 2 lines to each of the other cohorts that are behind what's called spoiler tags, so they can't see what's typed. And they're going to start a scene that I'm going to give them. And at a certain point, they can, whatever point they want, because it's improv, we're making this up as we go, they will click one of those lines and it will reveal the text of the line, and they have to say that line and then integrate it into the scene as per normal. And I don't know if I could have described that any less excitingly, but here we go. I'm going to give you a scene. The scene is tensions are rising at the PTA meeting.
Okay.
Isn't that what we just did?
PTA? I was kind of shit. All right, hold on. What was posting? Tensions are rising at the HOA meeting.
Oh shit.
There we go.
All right, everyone, we're raising rates again. I know this is the second time this year, but we've got to deal with certain situations and legal obligations. So it's going to be an extra $3.50 per month.
$3.50 per month? You want me to pay $3.50 more per month?
Okay,
what
I can tell you're
gonna
upset.
do?
This is going to be really awkward. No, $350.
No one has that kind of money.
No one's got that kind of money.
That amount of money doesn't even exist.
You're going into numbers that don't really survive in this real world. They're made up numbers, 350.
That's not at all true. As the person who collects all of the dues, I can attest that I have at least that much money.
Because you take our money?
Officially.
Okay. I say
and
right
if you can't
now,
afford it, maybe you don't deserve to live in this neighborhood anymore.
Oh, really?
She's not your daughter anymore. She chose the flame.
How dare you bring up my daughter / old roommate? You look me right in the eye, okay? You look me right in the eye and you tell me that I don't have a right to live where I have lived for the last 22 years.
I don't have a right to live where I've lived the past. No, you don't have a right to live.
No, you continue with what you were saying. No, you continue with exactly how you were saying.
No, you tricked me.
I didn't trick you. I didn't trick you. Your brain is all money now, and so you don't understand.
You're just jealous that my brain is money. Okay?
I'm not jealous that your brain is money, but I am, as we speak, going to be taking every cent that I have donated to all of your children's little candy drives, and I'm not going to do it anymore. Nope. They don't get that trip to Disney on my penny.
Oh, that's fine. We don't need your charity. And at least I tell people my children are my children instead of my roommate.
She's an adult.
Bah, 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 bah.
What was that?
I don't know. I panicked.
Oh, okay. Kind of like a child does because you're a little baby child.
I'm not a child. I grew up.
Oh, did you? Because I see right in front of me, I see the same person that I used to change the diapers of when they were a little kid and I was babysitting them.
I got an MBA.
In whining?
No, what?
I thought you went to school to be a sommelier.
No, I gave up on that because there's no future.
Oh.
I'm rich now.
Kind of like, oh, now you're rich?
Now I drink wine for fun.
They're breaching the gates. Light the signal and fire now.
It wouldn't be a problem if you just pay your dues so we could get good security. Our current security outfit cannot stand up to Gundams.
There's just the one, and it's 2 towns over, and we don't need a new security people. Old Man Jerry is just fine, right?
Old Man I buried that name 10 years ago. Don't you dare speak it again.
Wait, then who's our security?
Me. Old Man Benny.
Oh, Betty, I'm sorry.
Jerry's Jerry was another man.
Why do you wear the name tag?
Look, I'm an old man. Sometimes I put a name tag on. And it's the wrong name tag. And it brings back bad memories of things that I did.
I've been meaning to talk to you about that, Benny, because per the bylaws, you're supposed to wear correct identification at all times. Yeah, but we can talk about that later. We need you at the
shut
perimeter.
Your mouth.
Don't.
About the bylaws. I was there when the bylaws were written.
And I was there when they were rewritten by me.
And I was just outside measuring the length of your grass, and it has exceeded the maximum by 3/8 of an inch.
What do you think about that, Benny?
No, I was talking to you.
What? No.
I was talking to you, Thomas. Yes.
3/8?
I just measured your grass. I just
where are the
measured
bylaws?
your grass.
Where are the bylaws? Let me I gotta write something down real quick. Benny, go to the defensive position. We've got a goddamn gundam coming at us. And if the ritual isn't complete by midnight, we all turn to ash. Okay. My lawn is fine. Look at the bylaws.
You wrote it with Sharpie. It doesn't even match the same color of the ink on the rest of the book.
There's no bylaw that says the ink has to match.
You can't just write it into your... What? Benny, tell him.
Look, back in my day, we wouldn't stand for this sort of thing. Back in my day, there were consequences for just rewriting bylaws on the fly. If you cross that line, I swear I'll drag you back in pieces.
Is that supposed to sway me? Am I supposed to be convinced? I don't care about your old-timey bullshit. This is now. I've got an MBA. I'm Mr. Moneybrains.
So I'm not trying to sway you with my argument. I'm trying to sway you with the threat of brutal violence.
I already got the threat of turning into ash. What are you going to do to me?
Maybe, Benny, we just let him turn into the ash.
No.
If we just let him turn into the ash, then no one's going to try and take $350 extra from us every month.
That's true.
No. Mm-hmm. No, don't turn me into ash. Don't let me turn into ash.
You get to keep your job then, Benny.
This gets better and better.
I think this gets great. I think we just let midnight strike and poof, there you go. You're just a bunch of dust.
No, we got to complete the ritual. Who's going to have the great ideas?
I have a PhD in urban planning.
Huh. No. How could you hide that from me? I watch the
History Channel every day.
What?
It's about aliens.
No.
Aliens and urban planning. They go hand in hand.
It's true.
What about growth?
What about growth?
What about shareholders? What about...
No one needs to hold my share.
And I swear on everything I've lost, you won't take another step. You're staying in that unfinished ritual circle and you're turned into ash, Thomas, at midnight.
Oh no, but that's... Now! Ash.
I never knew Ash spoke.
Excellently done, y'all. Excellently done.
Oh my god.
So I couldn't remember if we were only supposed to do one of our lines or both.
Oh, shockingly enough, I probably wasn't clear. So, way to pick it up on the fly.
Sorry.
Yeah, it worked. It worked well. It was awesome.
All righty, yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
So there's Cody, one more thing for us to do.
Wait.
It's my turn. It's time for some Paterson's premises, don't you know? This is the segment where I present a premise to my cohorts, and then they'd, improvise off of that. So today we're going to do Your Editor Doesn't Like the Ending to Your Book. That is the premise, and you are the players. Your editor doesn't like the ending to your book. Begin.
Well, hey, Keith. Thanks so much for coming in for this little powwow here.
Thanks. Both editors. Wow. Both editors. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so we just right off the bat, we love the latest book.
Love the book.
Love it. Great premise.
Premise.
Think it's going to do real well with the usual audience.
Audience is gonna love it.
Yep. Really enjoy the main character, the sexy rabbit.
Well,
Solid choice.
She's not supposed to be sexy. It's a book for 5-year-olds. But I will take the note and bring it back to my illustrator.
Oh no! Sexy rabbit's fine. Sexy rabbit's fine. What our issue is with the ending.
Ending.
Oh.
Yeah, we just think that it could get punched up a bit.
More than it's good, but the ending, the Holly rabbit, she learns that it's okay to cry in front of their friends.
Yeah, so we're just thinking like as it stands currently, I've got her crying because she's sad about the butterfly that stepped on.
Right. Yeah, and it lets children know that it's okay to be sad about things and individuals that you care about if you lose them, and that's
it's just that neither of us really care about butterflies. We feel like it should be something else that dies.
Oh,
big old death.
A bigger death.
Yeah, like maybe I don't know, just spitballing here. Maybe she kills a guy.
Cold blood. Slits his throat.
Okay. This is wow. All right. So
who's that pig character that didn't test well?
Petunia?
Yeah. Maybe she kills Petunia.
Opens her up like a side of bacon.
Oh, okay. This is a children's book.
Yeah, and kids need to know where bacon comes from eventually.
Delicious bacon.
Okay, but bacon doesn't come from.
No, Ted, that won't work.
That's true. There is a whole curing process.
Yeah.
That's too many pages for 5-year-olds.
Who cries over bacon? Bacon's the best.
Yeah. And kids aren't going to know about saltpeter or any of that stuff.
Nah.
Yeah. Good call.
Yeah.
So probably it should be the hedgehog that buys it.
Henrietta?
Yeah, Henrietta the hedgehog.
Capper. It's 2 in the back of the head. Pop.
Henrietta is Holly Bunny's best friend.
Yeah, that adds to the pathos.
Pathos everywhere.
I don't. This isn't. First, if she's gonna murder someone, it shouldn't be in cold blood. There should be a justification for it.
Okay, fine. So maybe not murder. Maybe murder's too strong. Okay. What about manslaughter? What if the sexy rabbit has...
She's not supposed to be a sexy rabbit. I'm going to tell my illustrator, redraw her.
Like at a sexy rabbit party, had one too many, went driving, and she hit something. And oh no, it was her best friend. And now it's got a lesson. It's okay to cry in front of your friends. And also, you shouldn't drive drunk.
And high. We gotta get drugs in there.
That's a twofer.
Drugs.
I really don't want to be introducing either of those concepts to young children.
Oh, hey, honey, welcome back home. I almost got dinner ready. How'd the meeting go? I'm so excited you decided to not self-publish and go the official route this time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you think Holly is sexy?
honestly, a little bit. Ding.
Amazing.
God.
Oh,
Shame.
Yeah. Anyway.
there we go.
The sexy rabbit. She's not sexy.
Lots of things that tell you more about the character than the thing they're looking at.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Darn editors. What are you going to do?
Editing things and changing lessons to heroin or something.
Heroin for the heroin? Oh, no.
Oh, damn it.
No.
Beat me to it.
Yeah, I was... See, you're on board with this. You got it.
I'm not.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode. I had a lot of fun. I hope you all did as well. And I'm talking to you, cohorts. And I'm also talking to you, the listener. If there was anything that you liked in particular, please go to wastingallthetime.com/vote to let us know about it, because at the end of the year, we like to reminisce and look back on the things that our listeners found so entertaining. Yeah, we'll go with entertaining. My brain really wanted to say fawning, and that was not appropriate at all for what I was trying to say. Just totally non sequitur.
You did not segue at all.
Holly is not supposed to be a sexy rabbit.
Yeah, so do that, and we appreciate you. Thanks for listening. But until next time, I have been Sexy Rabbit Dave.
I've been not sexy rabbit Jess.
I've been Heroine Henrietta Hedgehog Cody.
And I've been Foxy Skunk John.
Chimera. And we wasted all the time. Thanks ever so much.
Butts.
Goodbye.
Good night, folks.
Congratulations, you've made it to the end of another episode of Wasting All the Time, an improv comedy podcast. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. If you really enjoyed the show, support us at patreon.com/timewastepod, or go to wastingallthetime.com.
God bless them. One of my European friends on Twitch, when I was like, it hit 93, which is like 38.8 or whatever. And they were like, man, I hope you get some rain soon to cool that down.
Oh,
it's not going to rain for like 4 months, dude. Thank you, but God, no.
And if it does, it's not going to be a rain anyone wants to be in.
No.
It's not going to be a refreshing rain.
No, it's muggy piss rain.
Yep.